Now, don't get me wrong, I love Germany and I wouldn't live anywhere else. But that doesn't mean that there aren't some things that really irritate me. And so, here are 5 of them. Roads under construction all of the time. As soon as winter is over, they start digging up all the roads for improvements. The thing is though, it takes them about 2 years to do a single road. Not content with just resurfacing it, they have to rip out the old road complete with all the cables and sewers and streetlights and everything and rebuild the whole thing from scratch. And they do this to so many roads at once that you have to drive halfway around the state just to get to the next village. My wife tells me this is because in Germany they build roads to a much higher standard than in my native land. Well, maybe, but the great thing about British roads is that they're not all closed for 9 months of the year. Procedures that make no sense. Now, as some of you already know, I am getting fibre to the home with proper broadband internet in a few weeks. But that means a change of provider and all the paperwork associated with that. Now, the new provider emailed me a copy of the contract and then emailed me to ask me to confirm my email address so that they could use it to send the paperwork. Do I need to explain why this makes no sense? I mean, this kind of thing happens all the time. It's bad enough that we have complicated procedures, but I'd be far more tolerant of them if I understood them. And this one, I do not understand. There is only one way of doing things. It doesn't matter what it is. There is the way that a German has always done it, and everything else is the wrong way. This applies to just about everything in life, but let me illustrate it with cooking. Honestly, I have given up cooking my favourite recipes from my childhood because every time I do, my wife is right behind me explaining why everything I am doing is wrong and helping me by doing it the right way. And as a result, even when I try to make something British, it ends up German. Chaotic garbage collection. Look, I'm all in favour of making sure that as much as possible is recycled, and I understand this means that we have to carefully separate out paper and packaging and biodegradables and all the rest of it, and that is fine. What's less fine is that we have to know when the different types of rubbish are due for collection. The problem is that the timetable is almost regular, but not quite. Every few months they change it slightly. You've just got used to the paper being collected on the 2nd Tuesday of the month, and then they change it to the 3rd Wednesday. It's so bad that I actually need an app just to alert me when a collection is due. Oops. There's always something to complain about. Germans set the world standard for this. According to them, and against all evidence to the contrary, Germany is a country afflicted with the world's worst politicians, bureaucracy, internet access, educational standards, pandemic response, and everything else. The excuse they give for this is that if they don't complain, nothing will ever improve. Nobody ever seems to have tried saying, "Hey, we're doing quite well here, so let's continue to improve." Instead, we never get to enjoy anything because people are moaning all the time, and there's nothing worse than somebody moaning all the time and complain. Hang on. Have I been assimilated? Thank you for watching, and please do keep your eye on this channel because there's some interesting stuff coming up in, I hope, the next few weeks, weather permitting, so stay tuned.